welcome to Make It with Alice, your communications channel, and today we're going to talk about what no one taught you about writing. Writing for the last 25 years has taught me that my voice changes over time, but there are elements about the literary voice that remain constant. In this video, we're going to talk about the voice. How do you define your voice? How to understand your voice, interpret it, expose the voice in your writing. So I've written a short story collection called Love You Again. I've also written a self-help book interviewing entrepreneurs about how they failed and succeeded in their businesses. And I got one of my short stories published in a book, and here, my novel. Now, all of them have a very similar voice, but it evolves. Your voice is your signature. And in writing, all of us have that. Whether we're writing an essay, a novel, a short story collection, pay attention to the voice. My voice is very raw, unflinching, sensual, introspective, and psychological. These are ways that somebody can understand the essence of the book. The essence of the book is your voice. Now, when you're writing in school, they teach you grammar, they teach you how to structure an essay, a chapter, a novel, and they always teach you the rules, the grammar, the framework. They never teach you the voice. And it's interesting because when we communicate, we have a voice. It's an extension of our personality. When I'm speaking in these videos, I'm very animated and bold, with courage. I say certain things with confidence. That's my voice. I'm very similar like that. I write similarly. So oftentimes our voice is the same. We tweak it or adapt it a little bit with different frameworks. If we're writing, for example, a academic paper, maybe we have less of our voice there versus if we're speaking on camera or writing our novel. We may speak differently in a memoir versus fiction. Actually, I'm going to take that back. We speak the same. It's just the information is different. So, for example, what's the difference between memoir and autofiction? Memoir, you have to report the facts. Autofiction, it's based on a true story, but it has some elements of creativity. So there's room for creativity. Memoirs, nonfiction, narrative nonfictions, those are all based on truth. Like a journalist, you have to report those facts. Everything else, fiction, literary fiction, women's upmarket fiction, erotica fiction, all the different genres or subgenres that you're working in has some flexibility to be creative. Now, your voice is, like I said, your signature. And what they don't teach you is how to develop the voice. The voice is developed from life experience. When I was 17, I had a certain psychological and sexual way of writing, a sensual way of writing. But I wasn't really grounded in that voice because I was young. I didn't develop it. Now, of course, I write professionally, right? And I wouldn't be so psychological or sensual or feminine in my writing. But you can still get hints of it. So when you're a speaker or a writer, always pay attention to that voice. You will be asked to write about it. You will be asked by agents and publishers how is your writing similar to other authors that have been published, because people are trying to categorize you. I know it's annoying when you have to just explain yourself all the time and put yourself in a category because it feels restrictive. But then that's your signature, so people can easily understand you. We've all been there where we gave that long elevator pitch and we didn't actually say anything, quite frankly. So the voice is your elevator pitch to your literary style. It has a tone, it has a flavor, it has a color, it has a frequency, it has an energetic footprint. So when you're speaking and writing, always think about your bio. Think about what in one sentence defines your voice, the type of themes that you write about. And we're going to talk about in the next episode how to construct a bio for your speaking or writing. This has mainly come up in my recent classes where I teach communication skills. So I'm going to do a video on it because it's super important. And we end each episode with do the best that you can every day.